Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right, but the universe was giving you nothing back? You wake up early, you stay late, you sacrifice your peace for your goals, and yet, when you look out at the horizon, there is nothing but a thick, gray, suffocating fog. In the professional world, we call this stagnation. In our private thoughts, we call it a crisis. But the Vedic masters had a much more precise name for it, moha. Moha is not just being lost, it is a specific kind of spiritual vertigo. It's the delusion that occurs when your ego demands to see the finish line before it has even finished the current mile. We live in a world of instant tracking. We track our deliveries, our stocks, and our fitness. So when we can't track our life's progress, we panic. We feel like we're walking in circles, and that fear, that invisible heavy weight, eventually makes us want to drop our bow and quit the field entirely. If you feel that paralysis today, I want you to step away from your spreadsheets and your calendars for a moment. Imagine a traveler standing at the edge of a great ancient forest at midnight. The air is cold, and the mist is so thick he can't see his own feet. In his hand he holds a small, flickering lantern. It casts a tiny, fragile circle of light, perhaps only 3 feet in diameter. The traveler looks at the vast darkness ahead and he begins to tremble. He falls to his knees and cries out to a sage sitting silently under a nearby tree. "Master, I am lost. I have a journey of 1,000 miles to make, but this pathetic lantern only shows me 3 feet. How can I possibly reach the end? I'm going to die in this darkness." The sage opens one eye, looks at the trembling man, and says something that cuts through the cold. "You are not lost, my friend. You are simply arrogant." The traveler is stunned. "Arrogant? I am terrified, not arrogant." "Yes," the sage replies. "You are arrogant because you are demanding that the universe reveal the destination to you before you have earned the journey. You want the mountaintop to come to you while you are still standing in the mud. Listen to the wisdom of the light. If you walk the 3 feet you can see, the lantern will move with you. It will never leave you in the dark. It will always show you the next 3 feet. You don't need to see the end of the forest. You only need to trust the 3 feet of light you hold in your hand right now." This story isn't just a metaphor for a traveler, it's a manual for your career and your sanity. When we obsess over the 1,000 miles, the grand exit, the final promotion, the ultimate success, we lose the ability to walk. We become paralyzed by the gap between where we are and where we want to be. But Krishna, standing in the middle of a battlefield that was far more terrifying than any boardroom, gave Arjuna a promise that should be the foundation of your entire life. In chapter 2, verse 40, he says, "Nehabikramana shosti pratyavayo navidyate svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bayat." In this path, there is no loss of effort, and there is no diminution. Even a little progress on this path protects one from great fear. Think about the weight of those words. In the corporate world, effort is wasted every day. Projects are canceled, companies fold, and hard work often goes unrecognized. But Krishna says that on the inner battlefield, no effort is ever lost. Every single step you take in the fog, every time you choose integrity over a shortcut, every time you master your temper, every time you show up despite the fear, it is permanently registered in your soul's ledger. It is building a momentum that the physical world cannot see yet. You are not lost. You are simply in the invisible phase of growth. So how do we apply this? How do we stop the spiritual vertigo? We must shrink our world down to the lantern's light. We must practice a few things. First, we find our anchor. When the fog of the future becomes too thick, place your hand on your chest. Feel the rhythm of your heart. That heart isn't beating in the future, it's beating right here. Connect to your breath. Place your hand on your chest and close your eyes. Inhale for 4 seconds and exhale for 4. Remind yourself, I am here. I am not in the future. I am here. Second, identify your micro-dharma. Forget the 5-year plan for today. Ask yourself, what is the one duty that sits within my 3 feet of light right now? Maybe it's finishing one task with total presence. Maybe it's a difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe it's simply sitting in silence for 10 minutes. Whatever it is, do it with the focus of a warrior. Don't look past the task at the reward. Trust that as you finish that task, the lantern will move. The fog will not clear all at once, but the path will reveal itself step by agonizingly beautiful step. You are not lost, warrior. You are just being taught how to walk by faith. Take the next step. I'll see you on the battlefield.